There's a book festival happening across 3 different Maine cities this weekend to celebrate and recognize Black children's books and their creators. It's called the Beautiful Blackbird Children's Book Festival.
It is named after a book written by Ashley Bryan, a Black author who lived in Maine. I spoke to 3 of the agencies involved in highlighting this work about why they feel it is so important. Drive down this small street in Portland's East Bayside and you will notice the writing in the road.
It says that this community is predominantly seen and occupied and lived in by Black bodies, and so they need to feel their presence.
Being seen in a state that is 94% white.
But their uniqueness is also seen as truly beautiful.
Words of affirmation written by a Black author, brought to life inside this building, the Indigo Arts Alliance, a collective dedicated to empowering artists of color. Jordia Benjamin is the executive director.
In some areas we're making beautiful strides, in some areas we haven't touched.
Which is why she's preparing for a children's book festival named after the folktale that this quote comes from, Beautiful Blackbird, written by Ashley Bryan.
Blackbird is the most beautiful.
Blackbird is the most beautiful. That's Ashley reading his book before he died in 2022.
Blackbird is the most beautiful one.
Blackbird is the most beautiful one. This exhibit in the Children's Museum and Theater of Maine brings that story to life.
We really want to make this type of programming accessible to as many people as possible.
So the museum will charge just $1 for people to attend this weekend's events to honor what would have been Ashley's 100th birthday.
I hope it gives them just a really diverse way to access these incredible books and to interact with them.
And we ensure that all of our books focus on or is curated around an Ashley Bryan's book.
The festival features books by several Black and brown authors with connections to Maine in the pages. A Feast for Joseph is set in both a refugee camp in Uganda and Portland's Kennedy Park.
So they'll be able to see themselves.
A welcome home for kids who may be the only student of color in their classroom or even their community.
Home has been such a complex issue for them, right? It has changed and they have moved and it has changed. Languages, cultures have shifted.
Kirsten Cappy runs I'm Your Neighbor Books, just walking distance from Indigo Arts Alliance. It's a nonprofit dedicated to gifting books to immigrant and refugee families arriving in Maine.
You've arrived home, right? Like this book grounds you here. We have libraries, but owning a book makes all the difference.
And it tells the story of 11 enslaved.
Organizers plan to give away 3,000 of these stories over the course of the weekend, with events in Portland, Rockland, and Lewiston.
This festival is created for everyone because Black history, Black culture is your everyday culture. It's a part of American history, and so you can't separate and remove yourself out of the conversations. We all, as human beings, want to feel love. We want to feel accepted. We want to feel as if we belong. And if you truly read these stories, it's talking about all of what we search for as human beings, as individuals.
You can check out all the events at beautifulblackbird.com or on the New Center Maine website and app.